Alright guys, we have a breaking development and this one is very important because it touches every heart of the legal battle surrounding Nnamdi Kanu. Before we go into full details, please like this video, subscribe and turn on your notification bell icon so you don't miss any of our premium updates here on this channel. Now back to the matter. What happened today at the Federal High Court in Abuja has raised fresh questions, fresh tension and fresh concerns about whether Nnamdi Kanu can truly get a fair shot at appealing his conviction. The court has now fixed December 8th for the hearing of his new motion, but even before that it arrives. But even before that day arrives, the drama surrounding this motion has already started. The first major shock today was when Nnamdi Kanu's younger brother, Prince Emmanuel Kanunta, appeared in court and announced appearance on his behalf despite not being a lawyer. The moment he said it, Justice James Omotoshon immediately stopped him, making it very clear that the court would not allow such representation. The judge told him plainly, and I quote, "You cannot represent a human being in court when you are not a lawyer." Those words alone show how serious this matter has become. So Prince Emmanuel Kanunta tried to plead. He even asked for the next date, but the court told him the truth. Only a qualified lawyer can move this type of application, and if he must proceed, he should either engage a private lawyer or go through the Legal Aid Council. The court rejected his appearance completely and adjourned the matter to December 8th. Now let us talk about the motion itself, because this is the real center of the whole controversy. This motion was personally signed by Nnamdi Kanu himself. Remember that before his sentencing, he had already sacked his entire legal team. In this motion, he is asking the court to order the federal government and the Nigerian Correctional Service to transfer him out of Sokoto prison because his continued detention there makes it almost impossible for him to properly file and pursue his appeal. He told the court clearly that Sokoto is over 700 kilometers away from Abuja and everything he needs to appeal, including his relatives, consultants, the court registry and the court of appeal are all in Abuja. How can a man who wants to defend himself be locked so far away from all the tools he needs? He cannot settle the records and still cannot interface with court officials. And this is where the controversy deepened. Nnamdi Kanu was summoned to appear in court, but for him to be physically brought from Sokoto to Abuja, the court must issue what is known as a production warrant, the legal authority for prison officials to transport an inmate to court. But shockingly, the same court that summoned him refused to issue the production warrant. So Nigerians are now asking simple but powerful questions. How will he appear? How will he file his appeal? And how will he defend himself when he is over 700 kilometers away? Justice Omotoshon then made another statement that has now started raising serious eyebrows. He said that Nnamdi Kanu does not need to be physically present in court to compile his record of appeal. According to him, his attendance is not required, but many Nigerians have strongly disagreed with that motion. They argued that in a situation where Nnamdi Kanu has no legal team and intent to defend himself personally, physical presence becomes extremely important. The judge insisted that the rights of a defendant and the rights of a convict are not the same, but Nigerians are asking again, how does he sign documents? How does he give instructions? How does he consult anyone while locked away so far? This is why many legal observers now say the refusal to issue the production warrant may become a major setback to his appeal. The judge also used today's sitting to respond to earlier public statements made by Aloy Ejimako, who had said moving Nnamdi Kanu to Sokoto made it difficult for him to compile his appeal. Justice Omotoshon said Ejimako was misleading the public, insisting again that Kanu does not need to be present. Legal experts are now divided. Some say the judge is technically correct. Others insist that in this particular case, presence is crucial because Kanu is now acting without lawyers. Now let's look at what happens next. December 8th is now a decisive date. They refuse the transfer. That will raise even deeper questions about fairness and due process. Third, Nnamdi Kanu may appear with a new legal team. Even though it appears that he has chosen to stand alone for now, Remember, he was sentenced to life imprisonment on November 20th. Before that, he spent years in DSS custody, and before that, he was once discharged by the Court of Appeal. Now the legal journey has entered another dangerous phase. To many Nigerians, the issue is no longer just about the judgment. It is now about whether the appeal process will be allowed to function without obstruction. Right now, all eyes are focused on December 8th. Now to another major development shaking the political space. Governor Alex Oti of Abia State has come out to clarify that his recent visit to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had nothing to do with defecting to APC. According to him, that meeting at Aso Rock was strictly about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, nothing more and nothing less. This clarification followed allegations by a former Abia commissioner who claimed the visit was about Oti's political future ahead of 2027. Oti's special advisor on media and publicity, Ferdinand Ekeoma, immediately dismissed the allegation as false, misleading, and absolutely unnecessary, especially at a time when the focus should be on justice for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He made it clear that the visit to President Tinubu came immediately after Governor Oti visited Kanu at Sokoto prison, and that discussions with the federal government about Kanu's case have been ongoing for almost 2 years. An emotional signal. Then he moved straight from Sokoto to Aso Rock. Naturally, Nigerians normally assume politics, but then Governor Alex Oti of Abia State is saying clearly now that this is not about APC, this is not about 2027 or the future of his political career. This is about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and how to gain justice and freedom for the man. His media advisor also revealed that the meeting with President Tinubu was a serious, respectful and productive one, adding that the president displayed graciousness in handling the matter. For 2 years now, Alex Oti has been discussing Kanu's case quietly, but now that the sentence has been passed, he has intensified his move from quiet talks to bold political action, and there is political risk in this. Any governor who openly stands with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knows he's stepping into a very sensitive terrain. Yet, Alex Oti still went ahead to Sokoto despite the insecurities. He still went to Aso Rock. He still put his reputation on the line, and this is why his team immediately crushed the defection rumor to prevent distraction from the real mission. Now, here is what to expect next. 1. The federal government may respond directly or indirectly. 2. Alex Oti will continue pushing both politically and legally. 3. Public pressure is now rising across the southeast and beyond. At this point, one thing is clear. Alex Oti has positioned himself as the major southeast political figure actively trying to influence the outcome of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. Whether this leads to freedom or further resistance will depend on what happens behind closed doors. And now to the hard truth some people are saying. Many people believe the entire handling of this case is meant to send a message that taking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to Sokoto was meant to break him, to intimidate and to protect raw power. But history has shown that oppression often threatens the very voice it intends to silence. For now, this case remains the most politically charged and legally sensitive case in Nigeria today. We will continue to monitor every move. If you truly want justice and full updates on this case, don't forget to like this video and drop your thoughts in the comment section. More updates are coming. We remain on the ground, and this is Baz News signing out.
You see, the case of Nnamdi Kanu is by far the most intriguing case ever to have been witnessed in this climb. I have taken my time to study it. First, I'm going to try to have a holistic appraisal of this case. It's when I saw Nnamdi Kanu shouting, you don't know the law, God punish you, and all those outbursts and outrage, and I'm like, this is Nnamdi Kanu who claimed to know the Fulani people. And I'm trying to say, like, the same caliphate that went to the trouble of going to Kenya to smuggle you out of Kenya, to bring you out, to bring you to Nigeria, did you think they went through those efforts to come and found you not guilty? For crying out loud, everybody, particularly to my Igbo brothers, you should know that That lawyer that read the verdict, he's not the one reading it. Just look, there are people pulling the strings somewhere that we are not seeing, the cabals. That judge just read what was written to him. Now, because I love asking questions, a case was tried in Abuja. Now, the sentencing is done in Sokoto. The Fulanis are trying to tell them, look, we own this country. We own you. Whatever we want, we'll do to you, and nothing will happen. Whatever we want to do to you, we'll do it, it will happen. You see, the politics behind Nnamdi Kanu has exposed Tinubu and the whole of our democratic system. I can tell you for sure that Tinubu is not in charge of this country. Those who claim Tinubu to be master strategist, Jagaban, he's not in charge because he made a deal with the devil. And usually when you make a deal with the devil, he sneaks in a price you definitely cannot pay. And that's what Tinubu is facing now. He made a deal with the Fulanis, and the Fulanis said, yes, we're going to do this, but don't do this. We have our own plan. Do your own plan. Do your own agenda. We'll have our own Fulani agenda. But when you make a deal with the devil, know that they will always give you a wish that has a catch in it. I hate to say this, but I don't envy Tinubu in the position Tinubu is now. I really don't envy him. I don't envy him at all. Because he has surrounded himself with a group of bandits, a group of terrorists, and he thought he could manage them initially, but gradually it has gone way beyond his capacity as a president. So let's talk about Nnamdi Kanu. What is playing on? What is the gameplay? What is really going on? What is going on is very simple. The Fulanis want to use Nnamdi Kanu to make a statement to the Igbos that, look, we can do whatever we want and you can't do nothing. Taking Nnamdi Kanu to Sokoto is a blunt and clear statement to the Igbos that we are going to teach Nnamdi Kanu a lesson and teach any other mouthpiece from the southeast that this one will do to you if you dare speak anyhow to the Fulani Caliphate. That's exactly what is going on. Everything, the whole trial thing was simply a kangaroo from acquitting him or granting bail and the refusal. You should know that if you're an Igbo man and you are angry with that judge, that means you're not thinking. That judge, leave that judge. That judge is not the one reading that. He is just a puppet whose strings is being pulled by people somewhere and was asked, read this thing. You don't read and finish, okay, bring Nnamdi Kanu to Sokoto. Say they shout, come and shout in Sokoto. That's what this is all about. So for me, I don't like talking and talking. I always try to see where is the solution in all of this. The solution is very simple. The Igbos in particular, you should try to have people on your side. Talk less. People like me who fight for you, encourage us to fight more. And to this set of Yoruba people that are enslaved by their inclination to tribalism, I pity you and I sorry for you. You think you are smarter than the Fulani. You can never be smarter than the Fulani. Fulani is smarter than you. You think you have a Jagaban that is oppressing the Fulani. Jagaban is not oppressing the Fulanis. Jagaban is just a tool. He's just putting up a face to show that he is in charge of this country. He's not. Well, the future is still rife. There's more to be seen. But I believe there's more to come with the whole Nnamdi Kanu saga. I will keep my eyes and ears to the ground so that I will talk about them more.
Now, thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe.